Hello, this is Chas with Heirloom Leaves and Seeds, and today I wanted to do the the part two of the seeds that I am starting for next year. Now today I thought I would just do the new batch of seeds that I got because I have a lot of warm season seeds. These are the ones that I grew this year, and this video would be very long. So I think what I'm going to do is just go over and hit the key ones that I got that was new and just talk about those today. Now for the zinnias, you guys know zinnias are my favorite, and these are all zinnias. So let's just go through them. Cinderella Peach, you guys know that's my favorite one, and I'm so happy to be growing those again. And then from the Queen series, I am trying to do a new one I've never tried before, and that is Queen Lime. And that is all from the Queen line that I needed. I have plenty of the other in the Queen series. So for the ones that I haven't tried this year, I got one called the Jazzy Mix, and these are smaller zinnias, and they come in a range of colors. They'll have orange, they'll have red, and those seem really fun. I think they're just a smaller, more dainty type zinnia. And then the Cresto Peaches and Cream. Now the Cresto Peaches and Cream is very similar to the Cinderella. They are a scabiosa type zinnia, so they will look pretty similar, but they will be in the color range of peach and cream. And then the Benary's Giant, or Benary's Giant, I got the colors of white, purple, lime, and Carmen Rose. Now I have grown the salmon before, and I just wanted to change things up a little bit this year and try a few different colors. I did grow the wine, I believe. It's a very dark color, and I wasn't crazy about that one because it was such a deep and rich color that it seemed like any flaws that the flowers had, they stood out. And I couldn't use a lot because of that issue. But the flower itself was absolutely gorgeous. But I'm going to try a few different colors this year that I've never grown. So I think this will be a fun experiment. Next, I have Hibiscus Mahogany Splendor. Now this is a lovely foliage plant, and one seed can get very big. Some of my Mahogany Splendor plants this year, they were my size as far as height goes, and they lasted very well. They lasted right up to the first frost, and I had them all season long. And it's crazy how big these plants get from just little seed. And I always wondered where Mahogany Splendor gets its seeds from, because I have grown these for 2 years now, possibly 3, and I've never seen them flower. So if anybody knows the answer to that, I would be interested in hearing that in the comment section, because I've never seen them flower. All they do is produce foliage for me. I don't know if maybe I don't have a long enough growing period, but I have these, I start them in the spring until the first frost, so I don't know. If anybody knows that question, just let me know. Next, I have a salvia mix, and these should be, these have the nice long spikes, and they will be in the color range of purple, pink, and white. So those are a very nice spike element for a bouquet, or just if you need some spike elements in the garden. So those will be a very nice addition. I think I grew Salvia Blue Monday, and I really liked that. And I think it would be fun to just do a few more colors, so that's why I got that mix. All right, next is Sweet Annie. Now, Sweet Annie is actually a medicinal plant, and it has a scent to the leaves. Now, at first I was on the fence about this one because it seems like all year long I waited on this to be able to cut it because it got very, very tall. It was way over my head. And the crazy thing was, I would try to cut it because I'm like, it's been growing for 3 months. And I was like, can I use it now? But every time I would cut it, it would just wilt instantly. And I was like, I don't know about this plant. But then the little tiny flowers started to form. And at that stage, I could cut it. And then something else happened was after it flowered, it seems like it was after it flowered, it produced a ton of pollen. And I was like, I mean, clouds of pollen. So I was like, okay, I cannot use this. What? I've waited all year long for a 2-week cutting window. But then after that pollen went away and the little flowers started to maybe dry up, and you can't really tell because they are so small, then I was able to cut it again because after waiting so long and then the pollen, I was like, I am not growing this again. But it's still out there and it still looks very nice, and I'm actually going to use it in my niece's wedding. She's getting married in November, mid-November, and it still looks good even after a frost. So I'm gonna give Sweet Annie another try. It's a little finicky of when you can cut it, but when you can, it's pretty nice. All right, next on my list is Cosmos. Now, I grew some Rubenza this year, and I really, really liked that. And another one I like is Rosetta, which is very similar to Rubenza, but it's just a little bit of a softer color. Rubenza is very bright, and Rosetta is more of a soft mauve to a mauve color, and it's just a very delicate, pretty color. And that is one I'm going to have to special order specifically from whoever I can find who carries it, because Rosetta is one you don't see very often. So I'm really going to try hard this year to save this seed if I'm able to get my hands on some. And then next on the list is Gomphrena QIS Orange. Now, I grew the QIS Carmen this year, and I really liked that plant. I grew that one in strawberry fields, but I wanted to try the orange as well. So here is a QIS Carmen. So I'm just going to try the orange version of this one. Now, I don't use a ton of Gomphrena. Usually I'll just use it in my mini bouquets. You can get some long stems, but I find that Gomphrena is a little bit aggravating to cut. It's very time consuming, and for me at least it is. So I'm not the biggest fan of cutting it, so I keep the growing selection pretty small. And then the next and last of my new one is several different varieties of sunflowers. Now, I grow a lot of sunflowers. You can't beat a sunflower in the middle of summer. Sunflowers are showstoppers. The only bad thing about growing sunflowers is everybody grows sunflowers, so I like to grow them. I might stick 1 or 2 in a bouquet, but then I have some that doesn't have them. I like to do things a little different from what everybody else is doing. And I like the summer series, and I'm trying a few of those and Ruby Eclipse, and then I still have plenty of sunflowers in here, a lot of Pro Cuts. Those are always nice. And then this is a new company. I think I've ordered from them twice, but Southern Seed Exchange. And I thought they were really cute. I only ordered a few from them. And let's see what I've got here. Here's how they package their seeds. But I got some more zinnias. I got Lilliput, and that's just a very dainty little zinnia. And I got peppermint stick, more of my favorites. And then for my medicinal garden, I got some comfrey. And then I got yarrow summer berries. Look how tiny these are. And then I got two other types of cosmos. I got Purity and Dazzler. And I think those are really nice, just standard cosmos. And one is just a nice pure white. And then the Dazzler is a kind of magenta, purpley pink. And so those are going to be fun to start. So I'm looking forward to those. And then before I go, I wanted to show you guys, I told you in my last video how well the Strawflowers were doing with all the cold weather we have been having. And so I just thought I'd show you a couple. Check out this one. It is so big. I mean, that's a pretty good size for a Strawflower. And then there is this beautiful bright pink one. And I'm going to try to use these for my, oh, that one's a little wonky. But I'm going to try to use these on the corsages for my niece's wedding. So I'm going to dry these. Actually, these are a little bit too big, so this one's a little droopy. But I thought they were very pretty. All right, so that is it for this video, and my next video is going to be about saving the seeds from celosia and a few other different varieties around. We've been having some really nice warm weather, and so I'm kind of going through the garden doing fall cleanup, and I am trying to save seeds from the last few plants that I want to save seed from before the weather starts to get cold again and we get bad weather. So that'll be my next video. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.